Hey, my little sinners and saints. Today we're going to look at a little bit more gruesome. I don't know. I've had some pretty damn gruesome videos. Let's see if this makes it better. I don't know what the hell's going on with this camera. Okay, get your warnings. Okay, let's see what's going on. I've already tried this video a couple times, so we may just have to do it like this. Angela Stoldt case. Warning, 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 warning. Killer's fault. Now, this is Angela, and this is James. There is a story here, and you think, oh, what a cute couple they make. No, no, nay, nay, I say. This is Angela's house, and James has a girlfriend and four other children. He does not live with Angela, though. But let's give a little background on good old Angela. She was divorced and remarried by 20 with a child. In ninth grade, she was 14 years old. She dropped out and fell in love with a boy and married him. Her second husband left 25 years old in her third marriage and another child. And this is her just living in Florida. Now, apparently, there's a place that's kind of a mixture of two words in Florida. Deltona, I guess I'm saying it right. Um, she moved there in 2011. She's 39 at this age. Um, her husband vanished and she never questioned where he went. And at this time, her and James had been friends for a little while. And so I think maybe that, that can't be good that a man and a woman's friends and both of them have significant others. That usually doesn't work. But she worked as a bookkeeper for James. Um, and a limo driver, and she got a social security check. That is important. Okay, James had a girlfriend, like I said, and four children. They became friends with Angela before her last husband left. After a while of being friends, James wanted Angela to open up a bank account in her name for him to deposit his social security checks in. It was his mother-in-law that was before that had the bank account, and I'm not really sure what went on there. It doesn't really say. But when she did this, um, she overdrafted. James overdrafted her account. They would argue and fight about money. He gambled a lot. She even took out a loan. Um, I'm thinking maybe like a payday loan, but apparently he did finally pay that back. Um, and so it was just a constant of him overdrafting the bank account. So he asked Angela would her dad let him borrow a couple $1,000s? Excuse me. And he was wanting around two. And she said, well, you'll need four to clear everything up. And he's like, okay, that would be great. So she said, well, I'll ask my dad. And so she tells James her dad said that he would do it. And now she always was like, James was a chauffeur at the place where she drove limos before. And she was kind of like his chauffeur getting him to work and back from work. But on April 3rd, Angela had went and bought rubber gloves, saran wrap at Walmart. And that night, Angela and her kids went to pick up James from work, which she said she did a lot of the time, taking him to work. And so, like I said, James had asked Angela if her dad would loan the money. She said yes. And so they started drinking. And oh my God, it's not Tramadol. It's some kind of lightweight painkiller. And she was putting it in his drinks, trying to get him where he was like, messed up. And so they were drinking for a little bit. And then Angela and James went to the cemetery to wait for her dad to wake up. Now, hear me out, not from the graveyard. They just had to wait for him to wake up at his house. And then they were going to go over there and get the money. And so once they've sit there for a little bit, Angela tells him, um, this has all been a lie. How does it feel to be lied to, Jimmy? And so, of course, he flips out and he starts to attack her. Well, Angela took an ice pick and stabbed it into his right eye. And it didn't even seem like it phased him. So then she stabbed him in the left eye and twirled it around some, I guess, trying to kill him. And she left the ice pick in his eye and then used tree climbing equipment. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that, but she used that and strangled him, and blood started to drip down into like onto him. So she wrapped his head in saran wrap because she didn't want to get no blood in the car so she wouldn't get caught. She then drove James to her house where she took the body and put it in the garage. Using a hacksaw and a knife, Angela cut up James into 10 pieces and took the pieces to the kitchen. There she started cooking James. Angela had to remove the ice pick from James's eye to get it into the pot. It wouldn't fit. And what could not be cooked of James, Angela put in the trash bags and even had her son help her throw away. Oh, I should probably be showing pictures and stuff, huh? There's a lot goes with it. I'm not going to cover the ridiculousness of her interrogations because it honest to God just made my head hurt. She is I'm telling you, I don't even know how to explain this woman. But if you would like, go look at her interrogations. The second one's a little better. They get more information from her. But the first one, oh my God. This was a cemetery that they waited at. This is some of the bones that they found. That was her house. This is the garage. And when the cops entered her house, they were talking about how filthy it was and cluttered and all this to where, I mean, look, there's graffiti on the wall. So I don't think that they cared too much. Now, this is some of the trash bags that she disposed of his body parts that she couldn't cook. This is a lot of damn trash bags. She told her son it was a deer. I don't think that a whole person would need that many trash bags unless that kind of looks like a leg. Okay, this is a screenshot of her first interrogation, and she wears those sunglasses the whole damn time. The whole time. If you can tolerate it, I would recommend going to watch this one. This is the one that about sent me over the edge to watch. You see those big ass boots she's got on? She tried to blame the murder on James's girlfriend, and even his boss said that he would steal from his boss, and his boss would allow him to pay it back, but he'd make him pay like 3 times the amount. This was the second interview after they put her in a mental hospital, and I think that she's been drugged up some, so she's more tolerable. The boss said that the car that picked James up the last time he was seen was a dark one, which is her car. This is some of the pictures of her house. There were more, but this is a picture of James and his kids. There's the ice picking rope. There's James cooking. Nah, her house ain't that clean. But she was threatening to kill herself, and she confessed to her 16-year-old daughter first, and then 3 weeks later she confessed to her entire family. And at this point, Angela's sister called the police because she's threatening to unalive herself, all that good shit, and said that she had killed somebody before. So they put her on a hold and wanted to evaluate her, but they also done the interrogation, I think, the first time because apparently she said she seen James afterwards, like the next day after the cops come. And that's actually what got the cops around her, is because supposedly she seen him the next day, but yet he was dead. So um, she was convicted of first degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without parole. So she will never get out again to pick people up. Share the love, people. Subscribe and like. It's a free way to help me out. Thank y'all for watching. And I hope I can get my camera fixed. I don't know what's going on. I'll just buy another one and hook it up. But thank y'all for watching and joining me again. And I will see you later. Bye.